Hello everyone and welcome to Sci-Fi Modeler. Today I'm going to do a kit review on, yes, it is the Harley Quinn Volkswagen Beetle, and I am really excited about this. I will be doing this for the sci-fi, not the sci-fi sig, the superhero and villain sig in September, but I thought I'd give you guys a review on what it is that I'm going to be doing because my god, I'm so excited about this. When this kit came through for me, Phil got this for me, I was like over the moon. I was so excited and so happy because it's amazing. It's not from obviously the new movie, which is Suicide Squad. It's from the original movie, but Harley has kind of come into her own. Before she was just known as the Joker's girlfriend and she wasn't really anything and nobody really took notice of her, whereas now I think she's really made a name for herself, and I think this is now the time to do the review. So I'll be showing you what I'll be doing. So as you can see on the front here, it's got the beautiful box art. It's 1/24th scale and it's by Polar Lights, which I am not massively familiar with. It's a snap together kit. But I will be doing so much to this kit, so I'm going to be obviously using glue. I think I'm probably using a lot of filler and be doing a lot of sanding work, so I'm not too worried about that. As you can see on the side here, it's got the Harley Quinn original character. On the front it tells you that it's obviously comes together already painted, but I'll also be painting it as well. So it's saying no paint required. Includes optional parts to build your own version, which is also really cool. On the back here it's got a little bit of a story about Harley and saying that basically she's been known as Harley Quinn, which is the Joker's girlfriend. But it's never stopped her from getting out onto her own, and now she's really come together in the Batman series. It's also got two little pictures at the bottom, which is the Joker's monster truck and the Bat shock car, which I won't be doing that one or that one because I don't think that's right for the diorama that I'm going to be building, because I'm also going to be doing that as well. I'm going to do like the proper Batmobile, not that car, and I might do the monster truck. The monster truck actually looks quite cool. So as you can see, plain and simple. It shows you obviously the decors on there. You've got all the different types of decors of Harley, which is quite cool. She's in lots of different stunts on there. Kit number is right here, which is POL 944-12. So we'll have a look inside. On the side as well, as you can see, it's got a loadable trunk, optional rims, wheel rolls, and the trunk obviously opens as well, so that's pretty cool. So now I haven't even looked inside this box yet, so I've done pretty well to not look inside, but now I am looking inside. It's going to make me itch to do it more. Decor's really nice, actually, really nice. Obviously Harley comes from DC Comics, so I'm guessing they've allowed this kit to become about. Excuse me. I don't know what this is inside. Model kits, die casting replacements. Oh, that's pretty handy. So it's got this inside as well, which is quite cool. Okay. So, instructions, pretty basic, no colour to it, which is fine because you can see there is on the actual kit. It's giving you a full rundown of what the kit has. Here it looks like the kit number's different, so I'll read this one out as well, which is P944-200. I'm not sure why it's different on this. I could have been reading the wrong part, but they're basically telling you what you need to do to put the kit together. It's also giving you a model choice, which is on the decals, which is right here. So you can use either 1, 2, 3 or 4 of the different girls on there, and they are really, really cool actually. I love all the different stunts on there. I'll probably use the biggest one because it looks the coolest. So inside you've got a step 1 to step, I think it is step 11. It's quite different instructions to what I'm used to. It's probably a lot clearer actually. It's kind of a shame that it's got no colour into it, because I think any instructions with colour I think makes it pop a little bit better. But then on the other hand, they've really gone into detail on how it all goes together. So you can see here the body is going together. You've got optional parts. It's also showing you the bumper and the bonnet of the car, and it's also got a note that the rear of the Classic located here on step 8. It says the screws that actually go with it, so we'll have a look to see if they've actually put the screws in there. It's quite handy that they've got them on there showing you that that's what you need to do. So then you've got step 3, which is putting the engine halves together, which is really nice that they've actually done that, because it's unless you've got a kit where it's just the front of the car, it's great that you don't have to scratch build anything and you've got all the parts in there. It's showing you how obviously the engine attaches to the main base of the vehicle underside. The engine and the exhaust is going together in part 4. Part 5, it's showing you how the engine cooling fan and the pipes are all connecting together, and then step 6 is showing you hose coming together with all the seats and going together on the main base. Step 7 is where you start putting all the little neat effects onto the main body area, which is like your mirrors, your handles, your rear bumper. You've also got your lights going on in there as well, which is also really cool, and it's giving you clear direction here on the instruction of how this all goes together. I haven't built a car before, so the fact that these are so clear the way that they are is really handy for me, because I wouldn't even know where to begin to put together a car, so it's really good how they've done that. Step 8 again is it all coming together on the front here. So you've got the front lights going on, you've got the front bumper going on, you've got the plate for the number plate going onto there as well. All your bits and pieces on step 9 and 10, so that's bringing all the other parts together, so the wheels, the rear wheels and the rear hubcaps be going on there, and it's numbered really well, and actually the detail in this isn't too bad. Like I said, it's not in colour, but it still looks really, really good. And then obviously it states here on step 11 that the stickers will go on to the rest of it. So all in all, it's actually really good instructions. I haven't dealt with this company before, but they seem to have got it pretty right. So what we'll do is we'll have a look inside. So, I'll put a tissue in there. So here you can see you've got your shiny chrome parts, which you've got your bumper, you've got your lights and mirrors, you've got your engines, your exhaust, sorry, on there as well. It doesn't look like there's really any flush or any sink marks that I can see. Actually looks quite good. I think what you're going to have to do though is, I'm not too keen on how plasticky and shiny this looks, and it's not massively flimsy, but I'm going to be doing a lot to this kit anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem, but it may be something to look at if you were going to do it straight out of the box. But it looks pretty nice. Here we've got your wheels, which also look pretty cool. So you've got two different types. I haven't decided which ones that I'm going to use yet, because this is the first time I've looked at this kit. But again, no flash that I can see. Looks quite clear on the sprue. There seems to be no problems or sink marks anywhere on there either. Got your main car body. Sorry, I don't know all the technical terms to this. So it does not look how it looks on the actual box, which, when does it ever really look how it's meant to look on the box? So you've got a little bit of sanding work you're going to need to do on this, because there is a little bit of flash. Again, I don't see any sink marks anywhere. It's pretty well made, I would say, and it's very hard plastic and it's not massively flimsy, so that's not going to be too much of a problem. But it is going to need a paint job. I know it says that no paint needed, but to be honest, it's not the best colour red, and it's not shiny how it's supposed to be, and it's a little bit dull for me. I don't know if you're picking it up on the camera, but it looks more of an orangey red than an actual candy red, which I want it as a candy deeper red. So this part's coming off the sprue here, but I think that's just because it's been bent in there in the kit, but looks okay. You're going to need to do some sanding work on this, even though it's on the inside. I still like to make sure everything is okay on the inside as well, because you never know what you're going to do and if it's going to go together. With it being a snap together kit, it shouldn't be too difficult, but I will probably be using glue, like I said, because I want to make sure that it's really good for when I actually start really hacking at it with the filler and sanding sticks. So again, we've got, they're not too bad. Again, I'm not happy with the colour, but that's just preference for me. Might be okay for somebody else. Doesn't appear to be any sink marks anywhere. You've got the two different steering wheels here. I'll probably use the old school one. You've also got the gear. You've got the I think they're called wing panels. No, I don't think that's right, but goes on the side of the car, on the bottom by where the doors will be. And then you've got the bonnet, which not a mass amount of detail, but there isn't really a lot of detail in a Volkswagen Beetle, to be honest. So it's all pretty standard and not too much to worry about in there. So again here, there's a little bit more detail in these. I'm guessing this is part of the engine. Yeah, it is. There's a little bit of flash on this actually, and and it doesn't look like the black is as good quality as the red moulding, which seems quite odd. And this looks like it's going to be quite difficult to get off, so you're going to really need to hack that off on there. But then I believe this is quite an old kit, so it's kind of understandable. So that looks okay as far as I can tell. Here, main body, which is the underside, which is where the engine's going to go on, I think at the back here. Again, no sink marks. It's not the best moulding, I have to say. There's a lot of scratches on here, but then it's on the underside, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. But the other side, it looks okay, and there seems to be more detail on these lines right here, if you can see. And then you've got obviously parts of the engine all in here. A little bit of flash again, but not much, which is probably, like I said, understandable. These parts are a lot flimsier than obviously the main body, but these are a lot smaller parts, so that's understandable. You've got your wheels, and you do have the screws in there, which is really handy. I mean, we have that all here, so that's not a problem. Then this is the part to obviously put it on, so it's got those in there, if you can see. I'm not going to open this part up because there's no point. It's just basic rubber tyres, and they are rubber, I believe, and they have got some detail on there, and there doesn't seem to be any marks or any problems on those either. Okay, so we've got the seats, and you've got two different types of seats. One's for the front and one's for the back, I'm assuming. If not for the back, then you can have a choice of either 2 seats or 4, and you can make it maybe a little bit different. This seems to be a little bit heavier than obviously the smaller parts, but still the black moulding seems to be a different quality of plastic, and I'm not really sure why, because you'd think it would probably come with the same amount of moulding, but there's no really flash on these ones, and they seem to be quite clear. They're just a little bit more flimsy. Okay, so we've got the doors right there. Again, there's quite a lot of flash on this, but that doesn't affect the actual part, so that's not a big deal. You've got the dashboard there. Oh, and you've also got the back seats there. So yeah, I'll probably use these seats here because they're going to go better with this back seat right here. So that looks all good, and the detail in it, to be fair, you can make it quite nice, because if you wanted to paint it like a leather colour and make it look leathery, and that's going to look really cool, because it's got those lines in there on the seat from like the old school Beetle, so that is quite nice that they've done that. So that looks quite good. You've got the Volkswagen sign, there's quite a few of them in there. They look good, no problems in there, no flash, looks good. So this is not particularly lovely, I'm not gonna lie. I know this probably goes on the underneath, and this glass part comes into obviously the front of the car, and obviously the sides here, but on the actual back of it, you can see there's marks all over it. And it's not very clean, but you're not going to see that part because that's going to be underneath the actual main body. So I'm assuming it's going to go like that. So that's not going to be a problem, and the parts that need to be clear are clear. so that's fine. And again on the glass parts, for the lights on the front and rear seem pretty clear. There doesn't seem to be a problem there. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm really excited about this kit. It's going to be a great kit for me because this is something that I really love. I'm also going to be doing a lot to it, and I hope you guys can maybe join along with the SIG, which is going to be hosted in September. It'll be the very beginning of September. It'll run for 3 months, and then the Sci-Fi SIG will start. So it'll be something to build up to that. It does look like it's going to be a little bit of a challenge in areas because it has, I'm going to assume, because it's an older kit, it is going to need its filling and sanding, but that's not a problem because I'm going to be doing a lot to it, and I'm going to be respraying it, so it's going to look really nice. So until then, happy modelling. Thank you.